there, Shiny Happy Peeps. Welcome to Quick Tip Tuesday, where we focus on quick and easy tips to help you with Olympic style weightlifting, powerlifting, general fitness, and nutrition. Today, we're gonna be focusing on the split jerk. So the split jerk has been the bane of my existence since I started CrossFitting and Olympic weightlifting. But when you're really bad at something, you almost become an expert at it because you will try anything to fix it. So I put together a warm-up and drills that I found helped me and my athletes get better and more comfortable with the split jerk. So first thing we're gonna talk about is grip width. So grip should be at a minimum a thumb from this center smooth part. So you can see it right there. That's gonna be a minimum. You can go wider than that. The more experience you get, the more mobile you get, whatever. So right there, we're gonna start a thumb from that center smooth part. It's gonna be a full grip, but not a hook grip. So after you clean it, you're gonna release your grip and then have it in a full grip, but not a hook grip. The bar is actually gonna be sitting on my inside knuckles or right there. So almost in the palm of my hand, no, not in the fingertips, right in the palm. So we want a full grip on the bar, and you want elbows just ever so slightly in front of the bar, not way up here like a front rack position and not way down here like a strict press. So elbows are slightly in front of the bar. You actually want the bar to sit on your shoulders because this is kind of the launching pad where I use my hips to launch the bar off of. So next thing we're gonna talk about is foot width. So your feet are gonna be anywhere from hip width to shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out, and the width of your feet are gonna be purely based on your mobility and your body proportions. So once you figure out your stance, we're gonna work on our dip. So a lot of times the jerk is lost in the dip phase. It's not really lost in the catch. Because if you're dipping too far forward, dipping too deep, dipping not enough, those are all things that are gonna affect whether or not you make that jerk. So once you find your stance, our focus is gonna be to keep our torso as upright as possible, push the knees out, and again, just to stay straight up and down, pushing the knees out, weight should be back in the heels, you should really be sitting back because we want that weight to stay centered or slightly back because it's going over our head and we don't want it to go forward. So again, when you're going down and practicing that dip, you're gonna go knees out, chest staying nice and tall. What we don't wanna see is knees forward, chest coming forward. When our knees go forward, the weight goes forward and it's gonna be more likely that we're gonna lose that bar forward. So let's talk about what we're looking for in our catch position. So our stance should be relatively wide, so at least shoulder width apart. We don't want to bring the feet into that tight little tightrope position. We want it to have a nice, wide, solid base. We also don't want to go too long because when you go too long in that split position, you're going to feel really unstable. And imagine having a big load over your head and you're trying to recover with that long, unstable position. The next thing we want to see is I want to see the weight in the front heel and the ball of the back foot. So that's going to make sure that I'm not pushing my weight forward in either foot. So if it's in the toe of the back foot and the toe of the front foot, I'm definitely going to be driving forward. So I want weight in the front heel and the ball of the back foot. I also want my front shin to be angled either straight up and down or slightly back towards me. For the back leg, I want to see a slight bend. Also, the feet should either be facing forward or slightly in. A common error is we see that back foot go out a lot. And ways to correct that stuff is just a lot of practice, practice, practice. So one way we can practice our catch position is just to hold that split position statically. So we're gonna go into our dip position and then immediately land into the catch position. And then if we notice any errors when we land into that catch position, we're gonna fix the errors first, and then we're gonna hold it for 10 seconds. So I recommend, especially if you're really new to this, maybe do 5 reps of this drill, holding for 10 seconds. You can even do more reps, again, if you're really, really new. But again, just kind of holding that static position, learning where your body's supposed to be is gonna help you really master the split jerk. So once you've mastered holding that split position statically, we're gonna go ahead and grab a bar. So what we're gonna do is something called the press from the split. So we're gonna hold that perfect split position, but we're just gonna make it a little bit more challenging by adding a dynamic movement like a press. So when I'm doing this, I wanna focus on keeping my feet static in that perfect position. I'm gonna squeeze my butt and my belly, and then I'm gonna do a little pause in my bottom, and then I'm gonna do a 2-second pause overhead, focusing on kind of pushing that bar back behind my head while keeping my belly nice and tight. So next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and add the bar back in. And we're gonna do a 2-second pause in our dip position and a 2-second pause in our catch position. So again, anytime we do things statically, it's gonna allow us to really work on holding position, working on focusing on those positions, because we're able to actually just stop and think about it. Where the jerk goes so quickly, maybe you can't really think about it as it's going on. So we're gonna do a pause in the dip, pause in the catch. And I actually definitely recommend this for beginners. So even if like a split jerk is programmed and you're still new, you may still want to do a little pause in the dip and a little pause in the catch so you can focus on holding position and focus on building those good positions. All right, guys, so I hope that helped you for today. So split jerks are the bane of my existence. I'd love to know what within your CrossFit, Olympic weightlifting, fitness career is the bane of your existence. Leave me a comment down below. If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. But until next time, bye. So after you have mastered all those drills, feel free to start doing some real-time split jerks.